Alright, we're back. So, yeah, like I said, we're at the morgue. Intercom says I'm in the back. Smell of death and decomposition wash over you, only slightly masked by the minty, fake fresh of industrial grade aesthetic. So, yeah, it's basically like a morgue. Okay, so there's Dresden, which is a nice title for a name. Dresden Files. Hovering over recently departed, and a small dwarf whistling a tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job." A little more than you'd want or expect from someone in the chop shop trade. As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it might just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. Sorry, I didn't expect any visitors at this hour, and some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, sir? Are you a coroner? I'm John Dresden, the organ grinders branch manager here. So yeah, that makes me this franchise's area's coroner too. And you are... I'm Dash, here to see Sam Watts. His grin fades. What makes you think I know anything about that? Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull. I followed it here. I see. Well, you're right, and he's here. Not too many people will know about the murder yet, though the press haven't caught wind of it yet, what with it being all the way out here in the Barrens. So who told you he was dead? Secure account in my name. Find his killer, I get paid. Sam's digital ghost. When his heart stopped, I got sent a recorded message asking me to bring his killer to justice. Guess he had a hunch. The dwarf raises his eyebrows, a smile whipping the suspicion from his face. A dead man's switch, huh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over here. He's gonna follow. Okay. Alright, so there's Sam. It's my second Emerald It's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown. Ripper, huh? Guess the classics never go out of style. Sounds grisly. Emerald City Ripper? Besides, not my title. That's what Seattle Press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that, like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel. But this one's even more twisted. He or she always removes an internal organ from the victim. What prize did the Ripper take from Sam? Watt's liver was cleanly cut out. How about the other lucky contestants? The first victim's heart was missing, and the third had his spleen removed. Dresden, get out here. McCluskey. He's an orc. Okay. I'm here about the new Ripper Vic. Sam Watts. Vic means victim. Towering over the diminutive coroner is a homicide detective right out of Central Casting. If you ignore the tusks, pointed ears, and Neanderthal brow, you can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away. So this new Ripper Vic, Watts, name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back? Coroner frowns. So you insisted at the time. Hey, Cortals. Come on. She off to herself. I had it on the very good authority. Now let's go, Dresden. Give me something to work with here. that this Ripper case is my ticket to Lieutenant's badge. So obviously he has something very good with this. He's got a goal. Already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single eternal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely a right-handed with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel, has a decent understanding of human and meta-human anatomy too. So I'm looking for a whacked out surgeon. Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days it's all done with computer controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado. Nice. You're no damn help, dwarf. Okay. The Lone Star Detective finally notices you. You note his superhuman powers of observation. Who the hell are you? Oh, I wish I could do this. None of your business, Lumpy. Nobody who didn't hear nothing. Are you the detective in this case? I was hired by... Are you a detective on this case? I was hired by Sam Watts to assist you in fighting his killer. The direct you were. You get anywhere near my investigation, it will be on you on the slab, elf. Damn. He looks back at the dwarf. Dresden, get me more. I am putting someone in a cell or box this week, claiming my promotion. Dresden looks amused. Do you always make friends that easily? I'm great at dinner parties. Well, he didn't really seem like my type. He cocks his head to one side. Be straight with me. You really want to work for a dead man? Sam was there when I needed him. I'm going to return the favor. A job's a job, and this one pays better than most. I'm going to bring his killer to justice, at least street justice. Sam was there when I needed him. I'm going to return the favor. Fascinating again. Detective McCluskey isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He'd convict his own mother if he meant another 10 million a week in his paycheck. Plus, he's on the take. Dresden pauses, considering. You have honor. After a fashion, I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. Honor's good. What can I do to help you? On the take, who's paying to hold his leash? I don't know, but someone with some major pull has been looking out for McCluskey's career and wallet. What was that McCluskey said about Sam's mother? The official report is that she committed suicide about a year ago. Damn. You don't buy that. My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say that it wasn't a suicide, but there were unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it, so I dropped it. What are organs worth these days? A whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of million, but individual organs, not worth as much anymore. Well, with the synth and cyber stuff on the market these days, organ grinders only deals in the recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky though, and they don't care where the bodies come from either. I just need to know one more thing. Sam, who still uses scalpels? Doctors still learn how to use them in their first year of medical school, as do coroners, but neither profession uses them much anymore. It's possible some of the similar chop shops still use scalpels, I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. Just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? So I gained 2 karma right there. I advanced the plot. Yay. Dresden looks up to you intensely for a moment before speaking. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around these body lockers in the back and see if you find anything useful? Okay then. I'll go do that. So he probably won't tell us, but he knows, but he wants help, but he doesn't want to, you know, get in trouble. It's possible. Basic med kit. Let's see what we got on Sam. Sam's body is half covered in sterile surgical sheet. His face is an ashen white. For the first time without a smirk on it, below the chest there's a small pencil-thin incision covered in dried blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It would seem that the killer knew exactly where they wanted from him and took it. So it's very good. Probably be a doctor. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing the evidence found on his body. You can examine evidence through the bag without spoiling it. Look at the business card. Things around, you can make out what is a card from a place called the Seamstresses Union. There's something handwritten on the back, but blood has made it illegible. So Seamstress Union. Look on cred stick. Standard cheap unsecured cred stick. No way of knowing what's on it without slotting it. Basically, a cred stick is it's like a credit card or debit card. It's like a USB if you made it into a credit card, and basically holds the digital information of your account, of your money. So I could take the cred stick, which I will. It has 300 nuyen in it. So you slot the cred stick into your PDA. 300 nuyen is added to your account. Yep, PDA. Yep. Still using it. Okay. Look at the purple shirt. Sam's shirt. Several buttons are missing. Blood has thoroughly soaked in it. The bag sloshes in a bit of your hand. Handwritten note. You can only see part of the note given the torn off bits and bloodstains. Sam, I feel terrible that we have been long to say I'm sorry. See you there. Love, Jessica. Jessica. Okay. Jessica. Now, I got medkit and dock wagon basic trauma kit. Dock wagon is basically like a medkit, but it revives your team members. So when they're about to die, you can use that to revive them before they die. Alright, so this is actually my favorite part right here. One of my favorite parts right here. The cold storage drawer is labeled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. Open the drawer. The cold storage drawer opens to reveal the fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest, in addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen. The body seems to be in very good condition. Whoa, easy there, Jack Armitage. Now if you don't know Jack, he's from the SNES version of Shadowrun back in the mid-90s, early 90s. One of my favorite Super Nintendo games. He was the main character in it, and pretty much a badass back then. He had amnesia problems, and he started out in a morgue, so pretty similar, except for he scared some employees over there by mistake. In one quick move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a day jack drilled into his temples and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. An interesting combination. I told you, John, to wake me up at 6 in the morning. It is 6 yet? Is it 6 yet? It doesn't feel like 6 yet. Sorry, didn't expect you to be so alive. Yeah, Dresden thinks he's pretty funny. You're not the first person who's pulled this one. He's pulled this one on. He chuckles. Well, so much of a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I noticed you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? The latest Ripper victim, did you know him? I'll ask the questions. What the hell are you doing in a morgue drawer? I'm looking into the death of Sam Watts. The coroner seems to think you helped me out. I'm going to ask this one because it's just weird. Well, playing dead mostly. A bunch of gangers out there want my head. I'd rather keep it. Figured I'd lay low for a while. Give them some time to cool down. Jake yells towards the other side of the room. John, is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on the level. Working for Sam, believe it or not. Some sort of a dead man switch. I thought you could help him out. Maybe even stop moping around the shop all day. So he spends a lot of time there. Thanks for volunteering me. He pauses. Might be sizing you up, but it's hard to tell behind those shades. Alright then, name's Jack, and you are... Nice to meet you, Jack. I'm Dash. And well-mannered too. Such a rare thing in the city. Well, it sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right. I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night. The night of the murder. Poor guy. He was hanging at the seamstress's union that night. Tripped out and rowdy. I'd be laying low over there for a few days after the bad run. Miss Kubota asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some ganger got a jump on me. He winces. Damn. Maybe I need some soy calf after all. John, could you grab me a cup? Get your own damn cup. My hands are dirty anyway. Now what's wrong with this intestine? You hear a loud squelching sound as Dredgen continues his work. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat corp bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers thought they could turn a quick profit off my head. Jack smiles, and you get the impression that didn't work out so well for the gangers. Sam stumbles off during the fight, though. That's the last I saw of him. Until he turned up here, dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last stay in this place. You've done this before? That's a long story. I ended up in the morgue more often than the average guy. Yeah, Jack here is a regular. Should have started a rewards card, Jack. A few more visits, you'd get a free night stay. Jack laughs. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union, missing liver and all. Tell you what, you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some help, some backup to settle a score with those Halloweeners out there. Their leaders got the whole gang searching the barrens for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place where Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit these streets alone at night, trust me. Jack eyes you up down. Maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. What'd you say? I work for free, I fight, get paid in union, not tours. I do like a bit of street justice now and then. I don't work for free. I fight, I get paid in union, not tours. Guess I'd say the same in your shoes. Fine. There's a cred stick with 1,000 union with your name on it. Help me dust those gangers, and it's yours. Make it 1,500. Hard bargainer. Alright. 1,500 it is. But you better be worth it. I'm good for the fight, if you're good for the money. That's what I like to hear. Great. I've been hiding out here ever since that run-in. Those Halloweeners. Why, you bunch of gangers? But this stretch of the Barrens is their turf. Hell, I'm surprised you even made it to the morgue in one piece without packing some heat. Yells over the shoulder. Very funny, Jack. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. So you need a weapon? See, I can go with a... So basically he's going to give you your first official weapon. So you can get a pistol, a shotgun, submachine gun, a rifle, or a melee weapon, which would be a baseball bat at this moment in the game. I do got a rifle. But as I recall, the first rifle we get is an AK. I'm not very... I don't feel comfortable with it. Maybe I'll get the shotgun. Yeah, I think I'll get the shotgun. Street sweeper. Like the subtle approach, eh? Alright, try this cannon out. So ready for an evening out in town? Just a minute, tell me more about these gangers first. Well, they're one of the nastier gangs in town. Their symbol is a flaming jack-o'-lantern, but you won't like their version of trick-or-treating very much. Around here they're led by a troll named John Paul. He's got all the Halloweeners and the Barons looking for me. We take them out, maybe I can breathe a bit easier. I'm ready. I'll follow your lead. The Halloweeners aren't looking for you yet. We can leave whenever you're ready. So yeah. Characters. So yeah, this is Jack Armitage. Let's see here. Get an Ares Predator, which is a pretty good level of handgun. He's got some magic in there, some spells, healing wound, aim, and flamethrower. Pretty good, useful ones. It's got a data jack, which allows him to hack into systems and such. It's one of the requirements. And it's also good for riggers, which are basically they have like drones. They control drones, basically. So we're gonna head on out. Now, usually I go with the rifle, but this time I'm going to go with the shotgun. See what happens. Okay. The Redmond Barrens. Run in the Seattle sprawl, and sooner or later you'll find yourself in the Redmond Barrens. Doesn't matter your business, the Barrens doesn't like you. Take 1 part radioactive wasteland, 3 parts dog-eat-dog slum, add a dash of tourist trap, and you've got a recipe for mean as hell. You leave the sanitized death and formaldehyde of organ grinders behind. Entering the anarchy and desperation of the streets, Jack stops a moment to breathe deeply, filling his lungs with motorcycle exhaust, radioactive dust, cordite, and who knows what else. He exhales with an expression of weary contentment. The stench and grime tell him he's home. So yeah. My stash is just about around the corner in the alley. I'm gonna find... There's the bus stop here? Oh. Looking for a date? Elves are my favorite. So yeah, that's a stash right there. Skeletor. Hidden in the garbage-strewn alley is a high-tech safe with a mag card reader in the front. Open the safe with Jack's mag card. So what we got here. Smooth hiss, the safe opens to reveal a collection of gear. That's perfect match for your skills. You take the gear. It's a medkit. Frag grenade. Hand over the loot, bozos. So one's melee, the other one's got a pistol. I'm pretty sure he's not going to survive my attack, though. So, shoot. Boom. 7 damage. It's weak, but yeah. Got another shot. 14 damage. Alright. I forgot. What is there? Line of fire controlled by caster and directed at one target. I'm just curious. This is basically okay. Fire, boom, dead. So welcome to the Barrens. Guess I'll need to find a new spot for to hide my gear. Ow. Good dead drops are so hard to keep. Well, at least they're too dumb to check my mag lock. Now that you've got some gear, let's go deal with those Halloweeners. Those weenies. Yeah, graffiti of a totem, which would be a shaman's animal spirit. So worried man. What do you have to say? The man before you appears well-mannered, but nervous. Excuse me, sir, I don't know you, but you look like you can handle yourself in a fight, and we need some help. I only fight when I've been paid to. Oh, we can pay you. Some thugs are shaking down the market we've set up here. It's been getting worse lately. I don't think we can afford to pay them forever, but no one will stand up to them, and Lone Star isn't about to get involved. There you go, that's my job. Where is this market of yours at? How many of them are there, and how much are you paying? I think there's only 2 of them right now. I can't talk about price, but Mrs. James will surely reward you fairly. Well, my current client is pretty patient. Where are they? Oh, thank you. Just keep heading north. You'll see it at the end of the street. Commerce is like weed taking root in the cracks and crevices of the world. Whenever it can, a small street market has flourished here amidst the crumbling buildings of the Redmond Barrens. So basically, some gangers are shaking up some business people and civilians. So, protection racket, head thug. Barely have anything left. Not my problem. Pay up or morning or else. I hate those types of people, man. The thug attempts to use his bulk and hideous breath to intimidate the shopkeeper. The old woman is holding firm, but you can see the thug's patience fading fast, and he looks like he's about to start breaking things. Eh? Who the hell are you? Cruiser just locked down. Might want to come back to him. Hey punk, you got a better idea. Head over today's take and I'll let you live a life. Bet your mom's real proud of you right now. I've heard about you. Why don't you piss off? I like to pay for the month's protection dues. How much? I heard about you. Why don't you piss off? That sounds pretty good. You ain't a Halloweener. Why don't you buzz off? Because I'm sick of gutter punks like you. That's about right. I knew you were just looking to cause static. Dash, ice this guy. Someone else has my name? Damn it. You're friggin' dead. Dang it. Alright, so one's a mage. Get there. Fire. Jack. Shotgun. Shit. 6 damage. Just hurry this up. Huh. Optional, speak with the bullied merchant. Mrs. James. That's Mrs. James. I gain karma. I cannot thank you enough. I hate to see such bloodshed. But those men would not take no for an answer. We simply want to make our way in the world. The shopkeeper holds up out a few nuyen. Please, it's the best, it's the least we can do. Take the nuyen. 48. I should have just gave it, let them have it. No, I need a compensation. I got injured. So here's the Halloweeners gang. Halloweener Sentry. Hey, asswipes, take another step forward and we are going to plant you right there. This is Halloweener property now. Halloweener. Weenie. This is one of the 2 that got away. If I hadn't missed my shot, these idiots would have given up and moved on by now. Wait a minute. You're rolling with Jack? Bad idea, chummer. The Halloweeners are collecting that bounty. And killing you, well, that's just a nice bonus. Nice to know. I'll move over here. I feel like I should have got the rifle because I would have distance. Do I have... Need some cover. Got no cover. That's as close as that's as close as I can get. Okay, so but there's the light lines right there. Ley lines are pretty good for mages. Oh, shoot. I probably should have moved, but I don't want innocents to get hurt. Alright, that's one down. Okay, I have ammo, but I gotta go in. Place to park it. Ain't much for cover, but at least they probably won't see me in context. Alright. Stance. Well, you always kind of want to get some cover in this game. This ain't much cover. See, the shield right here, the more you have, the better to cover. You got an empty shield, which means very minimal cover, maybe 25% or so. You got half of the shield covered, or half the shield is full, that's 50%. Full shield is you're really covered. You can still get hit, but you know, there's less chance of them hurting you or hitting you with full cover. I'm gonna get close to that motorcycle. You're dead, Jake. Dead! This guy's got melee weapons, a machete. I'm gonna... No. Wow. I'll do the aim later. There you go. John Paul. Whoa, Uncle, whoa. Whoa, Uncle. I was just playing with you. I'll call off the rest of the Halloweeners, Jake. Call it even, yeah? What do you think, Jake? He smirks. Hey, I'm already at shoot on sight status with these guys. Killing John Paul means one less wiener to shoot at me in the back while I'm buying smokes. Hell, they'll be doing the same to you as soon as there's profit in it. You're right. Let's finish this. Oh, Drac. It's like, oh fuck. Yeah. Some distance. Winded. Well. Let's unload. Yeah. So, getting another karma point there. No objective, visit the murder site. Okay. We can't loot bodies, but we can loot, like, little places in the environment. Which, it doesn't look like there's any. Dan the Donut Man. Sally, Dan, and Bobby. There's the murder site right here. So we could check out Sally and Dan and Bobby. Dan, Sally, and Bobby first. Dwarf merchant is packing up her stand for the night. I'm closed. Come back tomorrow. You got a great view of the alley across the street. Don't suppose you saw the murder that happened there? She grunts. Sure. I was closing up when I heard a series of explosions from behind the Union. A couple of seconds later, this guy comes out, runs across the street, didn't get a good look at him. Then there's lights in the alley exploded all of a sudden. Things get pretty quiet after that. Let me guess, you didn't go running over to the guy to see if he was okay? Hell no. Around here, that kind of thing gets you killed. Makes sense. You're not much help. Thank you for your time. Uh-huh, no problem. The smell of fried food, powdered sugar, and slightly burned soy calf is almost enough to overpower the dusty sewage stench of Redmond's streets. The troll working the stand is covered in food stains older than he is. What can I get you, chummer? I'll take a jelly donut and a soy calf. Did you see the murder across the way? No, I was closed when it happened, but hey, it's the Barons. Back alley killing's nothing new around here. The only reason the cops are making a big deal about this Ripper business is that some of the victims are real people. You know, folks with sins. Sins are, I forgot to mention this, but sins are a chip. Basically, it's an identification chip. Shadowrunners, if they don't have them, it's pretty good, but a regular person needs them. It kind of has like your work history and all that type of stuff, who you are. It's an identification chip, like your driver's license, but in your body. I'll take a jelly donut and soy calf. I think I needed this for something. I don't remember what. Well, enjoy. You can tell me about the Barons. I'll see you around. Hey, chummer, got some tasty morsels for you. Just what every well-dressed Shadowrunner should have in his back pocket. Tell me what you have. Oh. Okay, well, these are stems. These are drugs, basically. Consumables. This one's Kamikaze. Combat stem. Increases body +2, strength +1, willpower +1, 5 rounds. So that would give me +20 for my hit points. Extra strength for throwing and melee attacks, willpower. It's also good for resistance against magical attacks and increases magical attacks depending on what you're going for. Nitro, strength and willpower +2, charisma and intelligence -2. Nah, that's really not good. Kamikaze is pretty good though. I like that, but I'm not gonna spend the money. So yeah, we talked to pretty much all of them. I don't think there's anyone else, so we're just gonna go straight to the murder scene, check it out. Ooh. As you approach the scene of Sam's murder, Jake spies the flashing red and blue lights up ahead. Whoa, hold up a minute. Lone Star isn't above collecting a corp-issued bounty, and the one on my head isn't going away anytime soon. Sorry, friend. Ah, there's my name. Sorry, friend. I think this is where our paths diverge. Thanks again for the help with all those Halloweeners. Here's your payment. They don't take Nguyen where I'm going, and it looks like you could use the funds. Pretty true. It's pretty true. I could use them. Good luck out there. What, you want a hug or something? Likewise, Jake. Give me a call when you're in the clear. Sure, you don't want to stick around? I could use a backup. Likewise, Jake. Give me a call when you're in the clear. Yeah, sure. He starts to leave, then tilts his head back. Hey, one more thing. When you're done checking out your pal's crime scene, pop in the Seamstresses Union. It's just down the street. You need the gear, information, or just a damn stiff drink? That's the place to be. Best dive this side of Chicago. I used that place as a base of operations for years back in the day. Make the right friends there, and I'm sure you'll get to the bottom of this Ripper business. Well, nice knowing you. Jake turns and disappears into the shadowy depths of the Redmond Barrens. There he goes. In the clear. What we got here? Bright yellow police tape cuts through the darkness, directing your eyes to a white chalk outline and dark red stain marks on the slab pavement where Sam Watts died. Standing in the entrance of the alley is a Lone Star officer. The cop looks cold, hungry, and irritated at the homeless man who is currently pestering him. I keep telling you, I need to get my stuff from the alley or I'm gonna die in the cold tonight. The officer sighs. And I've been trying to explain to you that this is an official Lone Star investigation and I can't let anyone in here. Hey, I got rights. Look, you sinless garbage. I've got a job to do. Find a new blanket or I'll have a reason to use my stun baton. Typical. I hate you pigs. He looks at your direction. Now what? I could bribe him. Or I could use the item. Long night, huh? You look cold, so I picked up a donut and some soy calf for you. The coroner of Dresden sent me over. I'm here to check the site for spectral DNA. Long night, huh? You look cold, so I picked up a donut. I'll use that. Hey, thanks. The officer's face lights up as he takes a sip. He seems pretty trusting for an officer of the law. You know, when my dad was a cop, this was back when cops actually worked for the government. He said folks would buy him coffee all the time, but I ain't seen it till now. So what can I do for you? I'm actually working for a dead man, to help find his killer. Can I come to the alley and look around a bit? Your client is a chalk line. That's messed up, man. But I respect it. Okay. Don't mess anything up. Not that anyone would likely notice because forensics ain't coming back, so. Cool. Investigate murder site. Amidst the shards of glass from the broken lights, you find a small piece of glass which looks like the bottom of a test tube. This looks like a coat and blanket that an old man was trying to get back. Examine the area for evidence. As you shuffle the bundle of cloth to the side, a printed receipt falls out from beneath the folds of the blanket. It's bar tab receipt from the Seamstresses Union, dated 2 days ago at 3:02 a.m. Right around the coroner's reported time of death, the coroner said Sam Watts. The coroner's name is listed as Coyote. Pick up the coat and blankets. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and, I got a karma point. And I'm going to go ahead and give that to him after this. So, there's 2 distinct sets of footprints, a human's ending of chalk line, and a larger set, possibly orc or troll, following just behind the first. So I'm assuming that would be McCluskey. This work light is new. You can see that all the alleys' normal lights have been ruined. Upon closer inspection, it seems that they've all imploded. Maybe magic? Possible. Or something else. William, the streets have not been kind to this man, but they have also hardened him. This man is clearly a survivor, though one wrestling with the onset of age and arthritis. I saw you over there with that rat bastard cop. What'd you want? I wish he wouldn't call him a rat bastard. I think this coat and these blankets belong to you. Give him the coat and blankets. Know anything about the murder that took place here? He squints at you, suspicious. You a copper or working for some corp? Just a freelancer. I need to ask you some questions. Good, I never tell these cops and salary man nothing. What do you want to know? Did you see the murder? Nope, and I can't say I'm sorry I missed it. I was hauling crates for Mrs. James up at the market. Can't carry as many as I used to, so it took a while. Got back here in time to see the couple's tourists to see a couple of tourists puking all over my home turf, but by then, that jerkface in the uniform had already set up shop in my alley. What else did you see tonight? Well, you know, earlier in the night I saw a big and ugly troll in green hospital scrubs snooping around the block. He bought some donuts and 2 cups of soy calf off Dan's over there. Seemed nervous, but he did everything that was left-handed with his left hand because his right hand was all screwed up with some cyberware. Sounds like a killer. So, let's see here. Can you tell me anything more about the troll cyberware? Well, it was big, and I think it must have had some hospital attachments because I saw some needles. It was a lot like one I saw back in 44 when I got captured by elves. They did all sorts of experiments on me. Let me tell you, never trusted one of them cyber people. So it sounds like you live in this. I think this. Yeah, I'm just gonna get to him. There's nothing else. My stuff. Mighty decent of you. Don't see that kind of thing too often out here. That's all I need to know. Thanks. See you around. That's all I can really get from him. Like if I go back, I don't think there's anything else I can get. Yeah. Couple of months I've been sleeping here, spending all my days doing odd jobs for street merchants or panhandling tourists over near Seamstress Union. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna go over to Dan again because apparently I found something new. Fried food, powdered sugar, and all that. What can I get you for you, chummer? You sell some donuts to a troll wearing scrubs last night? Maybe. What's it to you? I sell a lot of donuts. I do to a lot of people. I know how Lone Star profiles metahumans. I tell them about a troll that bought donuts from me right before a murder. They'll haul them in just to see if anyone will pay the bill. Not today, my friend. So, no information. Dang. Now, this is Seamstress Union. It's a bar. A club. And it's also a hub. The Seamstress Union. Relative to the rest of the barons, Touristville is a neon-clothed oasis. At its heart is the Seamstress Union, housed in an old brownstone building on the corner of Illegal and Opportunity. Bums huddle together, gangers strut the streets, and the occasional salaryman comes slumming. The Union building has been retrofitted, rebuilt, and restored so many times that it's like an aging starlet wearing too much makeup in an attempt to stay young. The wild ivy growing out of the gutters aims to this effect. As you enter, the murmur of hushed conversation washes over you. The dive bar denizens raise their heads, take your measure, and then go back to their business. This is the kind of place where everyone knows your name but keeps to themselves. And I'll end this video right now and then continue on a little bit.